Another method that we can break down fixed cost or mixed costs is what's called the least squares regression method. Now, this is a statistical technique that uses all data points available to estimate the fixed and the variable cost components of the mixed cost. Again, statistical, so this is kind of a higher level of math. But it's also the most accurate method in estimating the mixed cost functions. Now, in order to do this, we're going to have to use probably some kind of software. So software programs are available to do this type of analysis. Most common would probably be Excel, most user-friendly. Let's look at what this looks like in practice. So if we're using this information and we're going to put this into Excel and then we're going to run the least squares regression, this is probably what we would see. And we would see the scatter graph plot to the right, and then it would create a line. And this line is called the regression line or line of regression. And it's going to come with a coefficient, and the coefficient is going to be called r squared. And the r squared tells us how true are the data points to that line. So in essence, this is about 96% accurate. Now, if you want to do this in a different way, show you kind of the adverse side of it, because we can see that these dots line up fairly well with that red line. Let's look at it on the other side. Let's say we have this data, and we plotted it, and it looks like this. Well, trying to put a line through this is going to be very difficult, and the line is not going to match up with the data points. As a matter of fact, if we were to run the least squares regression on this information, this is what our line would look like, and our r squared would be 0.0041, which would be terrible. And so you can't trust this data to follow that line for obvious reasons. So this is the least squares regression method.